it's me again, and I wanted to take a little time to have a conversation with you about making sure that you're following your bliss and ensuring that you're not stifling your growth and your spiritual essence from being expressed by what you fear. And to go further with that, or more specific, I should say, understanding how we block ourselves from moving forward in our own experience. Sometimes in our desire to fit in, we can block ourselves from expressing who we are 100% or expressing our nature out of fear of judgment and out of fear of disapproval. And what I learned about that is that when you are in your truth and you realize that it's no longer, it's not something that you want to do. This isn't a passive ego thing. This is a soul thing. This I must do. I have to say this. I have to speak my truth. I have to express myself, or I have to follow that inner knowing. If you don't do that, you betray yourself. You betray your own self to please others or not to ruffle other people's feathers. Sadly, we limit our experiences and we don't share our truth. And what we do is that gift can be shared with those people that really need to hear it. And based on the perception of the few that don't hear it or don't care to witness your progression, witness your struggles, be part of your journey. In other words, it's not about those that are not on your journey. And sadly, you will have attachments to people that you think are part of your journey and realize they're not part of your journey. Not because they're bad or wrong, but because it's no longer part of your life experience. And the attachment that we create about loyalty and the attachments we create about betrayal, they're very superficial. They're very egotistical needs. So, like for an example, you've been in a friendship for a long time, and it's a certain way, and it's fixed, and it's expected to be a certain way. If you become resentful when that person is growing from that stagnant relationship, because it's a two-way street. On any level, if the relationship becomes stagnant and one or the other is no longer choosing to feed that and decide then to fuel its own nature by doing those things that make sense to the soul, whether it be moving to different areas in life, choosing to be around other people, or creating new things in their reality, it may not mesh well with the people that were there before. But that shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't be a issue of loyalty or betrayal. It should just simply be growth and respecting individual growth, respecting the individual's needs to be true to their essence. So it doesn't mean that you commit to something or someone and just leave half-ass, like, oh yeah, let's do this job together, and then we don't do it. Let's commit to this business together, and then we don't do it. That's different in a sense that I'm talking about not things that you agree upon. I'm talking about the subconscious expectations that we put on people and how we act when those expectations aren't met. In other words, if you're in energetic exchange with someone and you're clear about your intention, And if that person now betrays you by leaving you hanging and whatever, ask yourself, did that person really betray me? What was the condition that you agreed upon initially? You can have a contract on this realm, 3D, verbally, written down, that says, I commit to A, B, and C. That's it. But what happens is, in relationships, what happens is, even in some business partnerships, there is a, let's do this, let's be this, let's go forward with this, and then it doesn't happen. Or it doesn't go a certain way, and then there's like withholding. Now there's resentments, there's no communication, and all of that comes from the behind the scene expectation. It wasn't put on paper. This is what we're going to do. This is what I need from you to create this with you. It's more like, hey, let's do this together. But in the background, and in order for me to be safe and happy, please, I expect you to do this and this and this and this and this and this. Meanwhile, this person doesn't know what your underlying expectations are, and they're just being who they are. You don't say anything. You suppress that, and then you talk about that. So, or you'll talk shit to people about it, or you'll assume shit about it that isn't true. And then what do? You hold it, you hold it, you hold it. Before you know it, you blow up on this person for no reason. Or you destroy you disengage from the project you committed to. For what? Based on a misunderstanding that you created internal dialogue about and put out. On the other hand, there's where you repress taking any action out of fear, because you don't want to ruffle feathers, or you don't want to step on any toes, or you don't want to piss off people. But why? Why would people get upset for you to do the truth of you? Why would anybody be angry if they are your people? They support you as an individual that is contributing to the whole. And when you decide to cater to your individual needs, there's a fear that I can't do it, because you already know that it's expected to do certain things. So don't feel afraid to ruffle those feathers. Be honest. Just do what you're, come straight with how you feel. Hey, I don't want to do this. Hey, I'm not comfortable with this. Hey, I don't think that this is not what I agreed to. This is not what I signed up for. Be okay with opening up that dialogue. This happens in marriages, couples, friendships, family relationships, especially, because those are our most intimate circles. And it's like, okay, if you're